You speak English clearly when you are alone. You can make full sentences, explain your thoughts, and even sound confident. But the moment another person starts listening, your mind suddenly goes blank. Simple words disappear. Your heartbeat gets faster. And the English you knew a few seconds ago feels impossible to speak. The problem is not your English level. The real problem is that your brain has only practiced safe English, not live English. In this video, you will understand why this happens, why your brain freezes during conversations, and how to train yourself to speak naturally even under pressure. Many English learners think they are weak because they cannot speak confidently around people. But the truth is very different. When you practice alone, your brain gets unlimited time to think, translate, and correct mistakes. Real conversations do not give you that luxury. In live interaction, your brain must listen, understand, think, and respond instantly. That sudden pressure changes everything. Your mind focuses more on fear than communication. This is why your English feels smooth in private but unstable around others. The good news is that this can be fixed with the right type of practice. In this video, I will show you how to train your brain for real conversations step by step. Why speaking alone feels easy but real conversations feel hard. When you practice alone, your brain feels safe. There is no fear of judgment, no interruption, and no pressure to answer quickly. You can stop anytime, think slowly, and restart your sentence whenever you want. Because of that comfort, your English sounds much better. But real conversations work differently. Another person is waiting for your response. Your brain suddenly starts multitasking. You are trying to listen carefully, understand meaning, think of vocabulary, make correct grammar, and respond immediately at the same time. That mental pressure creates confusion. Most people think they forget English during conversations. Actually, they do not forget it. Their brain simply cannot access it fast enough under pressure. It is similar to knowing answers at home but struggling during an exam because stress changes your thinking speed. Another important reason is prediction. While practicing alone, you already know what you are going to say next. Your brain prepares sentences in advance. In real conversations, you cannot predict every question or reaction. That unpredictability makes your mind slower and less confident. This is why some learners speak very well in front of a mirror but struggle in front of real people. Mirror practice improves comfort with speaking, but it does not fully prepare your brain for instant interaction. Real communication requires fast thinking, emotional control, and quick sentence building. Your native language feels natural because your brain has handled thousands of live conversations since childhood. You learn to respond instantly without fear. But in English, many learners only practice in controlled situations. Their brain never gets trained for real-time speaking pressure. And here is the most important thing to understand. Confidence does not come from knowing more grammar rules. Confidence comes from surviving real conversations again and again until your brain stops treating English like a dangerous situation. That is why forcing yourself to memorize difficult vocabulary will not solve this problem permanently. You must train your brain to stay calm and responsive during unpredictable conversations. Once that happens, your English starts flowing naturally even around people. Brain pressure and fear during live interaction. The biggest enemy during English conversations is not grammar. It is pressure. The moment someone starts listening to you, your brain enters a different mode. Instead of focusing completely on communication, part of your mind starts worrying about mistakes, pronunciation, reactions, and judgment. That hidden fear steals your speaking speed. This is why many learners suddenly become quiet in conversations even when they know the words. Their brain becomes overloaded. They are listening, translating from their native language, checking grammar, searching for vocabulary, and trying to sound confident at the same time. That pressure creates hesitation. And the more you panic, the slower your brain works. You start overthinking every sentence before speaking it. Simple replies like, "I understand," or "I will do it," suddenly feel difficult because your mind is trying to create the perfect sentence instead of a natural one. Another major problem is self-monitoring. Many learners constantly judge themselves while speaking. They think, "Was that grammar correct? Did I pronounce that word properly? Did I sound foolish?" Native speakers do not think like this during conversations. They focus on expressing ideas, not building perfect sentences. But learners often treat every conversation like an exam, and that creates mental pressure. Your brain also reacts strongly to fear of embarrassment. Even one small mistake can make some learners feel ashamed. After that, they speak less, avoid conversations, and lose confidence. Slowly, English becomes emotionally connected with stress instead of comfort. That is why practicing English only through watching videos or reading books is not enough. Knowledge alone cannot remove speaking fear. Your brain must experience real interaction repeatedly until it realizes that making mistakes is normal and safe. Once your brain stops fearing conversations, your speaking speed improves automatically. Words come faster, sentences feel lighter, and communication becomes more natural because your mind is finally working with confidence instead of fear. How to train your mind for instant response situations. If you want to speak English confidently around people, you must train your brain for speed, not perfection. Real conversations move fast. Nobody gives you 5 minutes to think before answering. That is why your practice must include instant response training instead of only slow practice. Start with a simple habit called 3-second speaking. Ask yourself random daily life questions and answer within 3 seconds. Questions like, "What did I eat today? What am I planning tomorrow? Why do I enjoy this movie?" This forces your brain to respond quickly instead of overthinking every sentence. Another powerful method is shadow response practice. Play a short English interview, podcast, or conversation clip. Pause after every sentence and immediately react in English like a real conversation. Agree, disagree, explain, or add your opinion. This trains your brain to think while listening at the same time. You should also stop translating from your native language during fast practice sessions. Translation makes your response slower because your brain follows two languages together. Instead, focus on speaking with simple English words you already know. Fast and simple communication is far more useful than slow and perfect English. One more important step is learning conversation patterns. In daily conversations, many responses repeat again and again. "That makes sense. I never thought about that. Actually, I had a different experience." When these patterns become automatic, your brain saves energy and responds faster during live interaction. You must also practice speaking with small pressure regularly. Record quick audio replies, join short voice calls, or speak with partners where the goal is speed and flow, not perfect grammar. The more your brain experiences live response situations, the calmer it becomes. Over time, your brain stops freezing because instant English no longer feels unfamiliar. Instead of searching desperately for every word, your mind starts reacting naturally, and that is the moment when real speaking confidence begins to grow. Partner and self-practice methods to fix this permanently. The fastest way to become confident in English conversations is to combine self-practice with live interaction practice. Most learners focus only on one side. Some only study alone, while others force themselves into conversations without preparation. Real improvement happens when both methods work together. Start with self-practice that feels close to real communication. Instead of reading random sentences, practice reacting naturally. Look at an object in your room and explain it instantly in English. Watch a short video and summarize it without pausing. Answer unexpected questions aloud while walking or doing daily activities. These exercises train your brain to create English in real time. Recording your voice is also extremely powerful. Many learners avoid this because hearing their own voice feels uncomfortable. But that discomfort is exactly what helps growth. When you record yourself regularly, your brain slowly becomes emotionally comfortable with speaking English out loud. Confidence increases because speaking no longer feels unfamiliar. Now combine this with partner practice. Do not focus on finding perfect speakers. Focus on finding consistent conversations. Even short 5-minute discussions help your brain adapt to live interaction pressure. The goal is not perfect grammar. The goal is staying calm while communicating. A powerful technique is reaction practice. Ask your partner to suddenly change topics during conversation. This trains your brain to handle unpredictability without freezing. Over time, your response speed improves naturally because your mind stops depending on memorized sentences. Most importantly, stop treating mistakes like failure. Every fast speaker in any language makes small mistakes while talking. Fluency is not about speaking perfectly. It is about expressing thoughts without fear and continuing the conversation naturally. The moment your brain realizes that conversations are safe, everything changes. English stops feeling like a test. It starts feeling like a real language you can actually live in, think in, and speak with confidence around people. Speaking English alone and speaking English around people are two completely different skills. One trains comfort, while the other trains real communication under pressure. The good news is that this fear is not permanent. Your brain can adapt faster than you think when you practice the right way consistently. Stop chasing perfect English before speaking. Focus on building calm, fast, and natural responses. Because true fluency begins the moment your mind stops fearing conversations and starts enjoying them naturally. If this changed the way you see your English, consider hitting subscribe and staying connected for more. If you found this helpful, a like really supports the content and helps it reach more people. You can share this with someone who understands English but still struggles to speak naturally. Try writing one simple sentence in English in the comments, without translating, just your thoughts. If you want to keep improving step by step, turn on the bell icon so you do not miss what comes next. Thank you for watching and putting in the effort to improve.